Well, hey everybody, let's talk about Thrive Life income. Let's talk about Thrive Life legacy income. What is legacy income? Well, that's the kind of income that allows you to quit your job. That's the kind of income that allows you to pass that income and that business on to your kids. Is that possible with Thrive Life? Absolutely. I've done it. It's very possible. There's one thing that's absolutely critical to build a legacy business in Thrive Life. This is the one thing that I want you to learn from this lesson more than anything else. It's all about the follow-up. When you sponsor someone, you need to follow up with them. You know, it's very possible to earn income from Thrive from your own sales. If you just go out and start selling Thrive products, you can earn enough to pay for a car payment or even a mortgage payment. But if you really want to build a legacy income, a big income, that comes from your downline team. That's the biggest potential for earnings income in Thrive Life. And this is where you build your legacy income from. Now, you know, you might look at it and you think, well, I can make 5% or 10% on my own sales, depending on whether it's a one-time order or a delivery order. But I only get 1% or 2% from my downline team. What is that? Why do I want to do that? It's all about leveraging. It's all about leveraging your time and your efforts. See, you are only one person. You can only make so many sales. But if you sponsor 10 people who are all making sales underneath of you, and you're earning 1% or 2% off of their sales, you've got so many people underneath of you, and you're leveraging your time so that eventually that income from their efforts will be greater than the income from your own sales. And so you're leveraging your time for the commissions. There's also the Premier Pool shares. And this is really dynamic. This is really exciting because Thrive Life takes 2% of their gross revenue every month and puts it into the Premier Pool. And then we as consultants can earn shares. Now the difference, or the value of the shares is different every month because it depends on how much the monthly income was for Thrive, and it depends on how many people earn the shares. But the shares generally range anywhere from $50 to $100 a month per share. So the more shares you earn, the more income you're going to get. And you earn your shares by building your downline team. And as they make rank, you get shares for each person under you who earns rank. You get 1 to 3 shares for each person under you that earns certain ranks. So I don't want to go into all the details there, but I will say that there are some consultants who are actually earning more from their Premier Pool shares than they are from their commissions. So building a team is really important if you want to build that legacy income. Now let me tell you a little bit about my story and the follow-up. When I first started selling Thrive Life, I was selling it on YouTube. I knew about, building teams and all that. I'd been in other network marketing businesses, and quite frankly, I wasn't interested in that. All I wanted to do was make sales. So I just started doing some Cooking with Thrive videos on our YouTube channel, just looking to find customers and make sales. I never once mentioned the business opportunity. But enough people saw our videos and went to the site and discovered that it was network marketing opportunity and started signing up. And it's like, why are these people signing up? I'm not even talking about the business opportunity. And I just thought it was a fluke. But you know what? They just kept coming. I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know how to follow up. I didn't have a clue. Like most of you, when you first start, you don't really know how to do that. When I first started, I didn't have a clue. Finally, when it got to the point where I had about 30 consultants under me and I had never, ever contacted any of them, I realized I got something here and I'm going to need to start doing something to train these people and to contact these people. And so that's why I initially started doing videos on my Thrive Train YouTube channel. And I started just sending each new consultant an email, welcoming them to my team and giving them a link to my YouTube channel so that they would have at least some kind of contact with me. And you know what? Those first 30 people that I never contacted, I don't know if any of them are even left. Most of them lasted 6 months or 9 months and they dropped off because they didn't have any contact, any support for me at all. it's all about the follow-up. And the most important follow-up that you can do is in the first 90 days. Well, okay, let me just go back and say I am now working very strongly on building my follow-up system, building my training system so that I can give you guys all the support that you need to be able to build this business, because I've learned my lesson. It's all about the follow-up. So it's the most critical to follow up with customers and consultants both within the first 90 days, especially with consultants. When they first join, they're very excited to learn about the business. And if you don't get them on board, get them trained, and continue the excitement, they're going to drop away and you'll never see them again. So you really need to contact them, hopefully within the first 48 hours. You can do that by phone, by text, by email, however you do it. Contact them, just welcome them to your team and let them know that you're happy that they're here. Let them know that you're here to answer questions and give them the support. You know, when I first joined Thrive Life, I never met my sponsor, Michelle Grote. I was a corporate lead for her. I discovered Thrive online, ordered some of their stuff from their corporate site. I liked what I was doing. I decided I wanted to become a consultant, so I filled out the little form on the site saying I wanted to be a consultant. Thrive took my contact information, sent it to Michelle Grote, and she called me. Now, I lived in Pennsylvania at the time. She lived in Washington State. Couldn't be further away, 3,000 miles away. But she sponsored me. And Michelle called me like once a week for the first month. And then after that, she called me once a month for a while. And then after that, she still called me every 3 months or so just to see how I was doing, just to chat and talk about business ideas. I am still a consultant because she followed up with me. And so, it's very important. Now, if you look at our upline listing, you'll see that my sponsor is listed as Andrea Nations. And I'm really sorry to say that a couple of years ago, Michelle Grote passed away. And Andrea is her daughter. So Andrea was able to step right in and take over Michelle's business. And that's what I'm talking about with a legacy income, a legacy business. Because Michelle was able to, she had built all the way to platinum executive, and she was able to pass that on to her daughter, and it was something worthy of passing on. It wasn't just a $100 paycheck. So, yeah, legacy business, pass it on. That's what Michelle did. So when you first contact them, well, I don't know what to do. I've only been a consultant for a month. I don't know what to do. Doesn't matter. Contact them, let them know that you're there, make a personal contact with them, and be real honest with them. Just say, I've only been a consultant for a month or a couple of months. I don't know all the answers. But if you have a question and I don't know the answer, I'll find it. That's the key. If you don't know the answer, I'll find it. You've got lots and lots of resources. You've got, first thing you should just contact your sponsor. If they can't help you, then go up the line. You can talk to me. You can talk to Amy Marble, who's here on our team, Thrive Train team. She'd be very happy to talk to you. You can leave messages here on Thrive Train or on the Thrive Life Consultants Facebook group to get answers. You can go all the way up. If you just keep going up, your downline, your upline, until you find someone who can give you the answer. Every single one of us in our upline are very active. Every single one of us are platinum or emerald. So we're all very active, and I know every one of my upline, your upline, and I know that every one of them would be very happy to help. So let your new recruit know that if you don't know the answer, you'll find it. And that goes a long way just in the camaraderie and, just being honest with them like that. And, when you first start out, you don't have that many people, that many consultants or that many customers. And you would have the time to contact each one personally, to spend some time with each one personally, whether it's on the phone or through text or however you do it. As you build your business and you get a larger team under you and a lot more customers, it becomes more difficult to spend the time with people personally like you'd like to. And so you need to come up with some kind of a tool to help you do that. that's where I'm at. My group is big enough now that I just simply don't have physically the time to contact every one of you every month and say, hey, how's it going? It's just too big. So I have a contact tool that I've just recently adopted that allows me to contact my entire team through text messaging. Now, I usually, up until now, have only contacted my first level team and just through an email, a welcome email. But I'm now able to send out blast texts to my entire team. And the first time I did that, I got several messages back, texts back from people on my third level that went something like this. I'm so glad you contacted me. I've been a consultant for 4 months and I have never once been contacted by anybody at Thrive Life. That's tragic. They're just being left to flounder on their own. And it's tragic when I look back and I realize that's what I did to my first 30 people as well. And I guarantee you those people that are not getting contacted, not getting followed up, not getting support, they're going to fall away, and probably pretty quickly. So I'm trying to remedy that in myself with my own, reaching out to my team down below. But as a sponsor of a new consultant, it's primarily your task, your job to do that. Like I said, if you don't know what you're doing, it's okay. Just call them and tell them, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here for you. So, Elizabeth and I are both teachers. I don't mean we both have jobs teaching, though Elizabeth did teach piano and voice for many years. I'm talking that Elizabeth and I both just have DNA in our teaching. We both love it. We've done it for years, whether it's, I would teach rock climbing or teach music or a Bible study or something like that. But something that both of us have discovered over the years is that if you want to learn something, take a class. If you want to learn something really well, teach a class. So, because you have to dig in when you're going to teach, you have to dig in and find the answers to be able to teach it. So the way to learn Thrive really well is to teach your downline, even though you don't know. Because if they ask a question, you're going to have to dig in and find the answer, and that's the best way for you to learn the business. Believe me, if you want to learn really well, teach it. So when you contact them, you can make them yourself available, let them know that you're there for them. You can. It's absolutely critical that you plug them into other training and support as well. We have several Facebook resources, of course. Plug them into Thrive Train here. This is for my entire team, all the way down, not just for my personal recruits. So if you're on my second or third level, by all means, invite your recruits to Thrive Train Facebook group. There's also, of course, the basic one is the Thrive Life Consultants Facebook group, which is the group from corporate where all consultants are on it. Thrive Train is only for my team. There's also my Thrive Train YouTube channel, because you're going to have some people who join who just simply don't want anything to do with Facebook. And so I'm trying to take all of these trainings I have here and also put them on YouTube, Thrive Train YouTube. So you can send people there as well to get training. Get them involved in the getting started training in the back office, which is the training by corporate. Just try to make all of those resources available to them as well as being available yourself. So you can build an income by making your own sales, but you can build an absolute legacy income by building a team, and you build a team by following up with your consultants. And I have heard people disparage network marketing. I think most of those are people who have tried and didn't have any success, and they get bitter about it. And one of the comments that I hear is, it's a scam because only the people at the top make money. It's a pyramid scheme, and only the people at the top make money. Well, I'm here to say that's absolute not true. They're only saying that because they didn't make money and they're bitter about it. But, I've done it, and I'm nobody special, and everybody in my upline team has done it, and none of us are special. We just learn the business, take it seriously, work it as a business, not as a hobby. There are 332 million people in the United States, and there are another 38 million people in Canada, where Thrive is also available in Canada. That means that we have 370 million people in North America that could be involved in Thrive Life. Thrive Life currently has about 40,000 consultants, and most of them are not active. Most of them just joined to get the consultant discounts, or they join just as a hobby and they just sort of dabble with it. It's a very small percentage who are actually active. I don't know the number. I can't even guess, but let's say 25%, 10,000 people, and that's probably high. So we have 10,000 consultants who are actively working, trying to reach 370 million people. You think there's any chance that the market is saturated and it's only the people that first got in at the very top that are going to make the money? This is available and open and possible for anybody who takes the business seriously and works it as a business. You know, I have studied millionaires, read a lot of books about them, and studying their habits and things that they do to become rich. And one thing that I've discovered is that on average, the average millionaire has been bankrupt 3 times. Now, including Trump. And he wrote a book a few years back called The Art of the Comeback, talking about how he made billions after he was bankrupt. And so the point here is not that they don't know what they're doing and they go into bankruptcy because they're incompetent. The point is, if something doesn't work, they try something else. They know what their goal is. They set their face toward that goal. They're going to get there no matter what. If they try this, it doesn't work. They go bankrupt. They try something else. That doesn't work. They keep trying and trying and trying until they find something that works. And eventually they do. They become millionaires because they never gave up. And so it's the same here. If you want to set your goal to be a millionaire, that's fine. Go for it. But if you want to set your goal just to replace your current income from your job, then set that as your goal. Go for it. Keep trying. If you're trying some marketing thing and it doesn't work, try something else. But the main thing is that as you start to bring in consultants, as you start to bring in customers, follow up, follow up, follow up. That's what I'm learning. That was the main thing, the main area that I was lacking when I first started. And I'm working very hard at learning how to follow up, learning how to support you guys. I love you guys. I want to see you guys go, be successful with the business. And it's not so much that I'm following up because I want you to make me money. I love to see people whose lives are changed financially through Thrive Life. It gives me no greater thrill than to hear somebody who was able to rank up, or someone who was able to pay off a car early because of their Thrive income or something like that. Not only is it just better to have the money there, but it also relieves a lot of stress, especially if you're in a stressful job that you hate or something like that. I love to see you guys succeed. And you do that through the follow-up. So I hope this has been helpful, and just, let's build this team together. Let's support each other. Thanks for watching. Thrive on.